Good morning, collective. I'm here for another reading. Now let's hope everybody's having a good day so far. Been for my walk this morning. I went out this morning, and the big dog here just lives here, right? My friend, she's going to be gone. They're going to be taking her away, which is really sad. I've really got attached with her already. And anyway, I go outside this morning, and there she's brought me a freaking pig, a baby pig, about that big, dead pig on the bloody back step. So because there's wild pigs out here, and I'm gonna go pig hunting with the guy who was here the other day. He couldn't find the pigs, but yeah, obviously they're there, very close. And there's big wild buffalo. So when I go for my walk, it's a little bit, intimidating, because I've been going out every morning and getting the buffalo shit for the garden. So I just get like a bucket load each morning. I get 2 big poos. But yeah, the buffalo can be dangerous too. Like they got to be careful of them. So it's a little bit daunting going out with wild pigs and bloody buffalo. But, anyway, so maybe there's something symbolic there with the pig. Connect with water, ocean and water spirits, hydrate. Yeah, I went down to the creek. It's starting to get a little bit stagnant now down there. But there's still some good water holes, and there's kunaks. I'm going to go down. Oh, not kunaks. I don't call them kunaks here. What do they call them here? Oh, I can't remember. They call them something else. But I can go julging. Well, they're not julgies either. They're julgies from the west, from where I'm from. But here they're something different. But anyway, it's a crustacean, right, in the river, in the creek. So, okay, connecting with water and spirit guides, insight, guidance, and purpose. Water spirits. See, I haven't even been in the water yet down there. There is some nice little pools that you can actually have a little soak in. Okay, what does the Spirit Guides want to tell us today? Holy Spirit, Holy Ancestors, God, Spirit Guides, what do you want to tell us today? Ooh. Shine bright like a diamond, shine brightly. Stand out, be proud, individuality. Being one's authentic and individual self. It's giving me the waterfall. This is the sort of country it is here, like sort of waterfall and forest and all that. It's right there. I'm going to stay for the wet season. I want to experience that here. Whole self-health, natural therapies, balance, and Ayurveda. I don't know what that means. Ayurveda. Natural health. Yeah, so eating well. So yeah, I've been having a look out in the bush for, like wild food. I haven't found any yams yet. Or I was looking for they have these cluster figs that grow around these places. But I haven't found any of them either in the gorges. I've got to go for a big trek. Treat your body well, exercise, meditate and massage. Because I've just been work and I haven't had time to really explore around here yet. trying to get the place organised. I've been working on the kitchen at the moment, and it's like, oh my god, because there's a, commercial kitchen. It's all covered in grease and shit, so it's been a real big job cleaning it up. And I've got to paint it, so I've got some paint here. Remember who you are. Culture, resilience, and beliefs. Yeah, there's that bear spirit. Mishkas. Little bear is what I call the dog. Looks like a bear. I'm going to miss that. They're going to take him away tomorrow on the weekend, which I'm a bit disappointed with. We've got connecting with water again. Water spirits. So this is all about health, spirituality. Being authentic, connecting with nature, the food, it's the food. It's very, very fertile here. You can grow anything. So I've been collecting the buffalo shit to put in my garden. So I'm starting a herb garden outside the kitchen. Tune in and connect. Non-verbal communication, intuition, and messaging. This is very much like yesterday's reading. Yeah, tuning in and connecting spiritually. I've got to get out at night. I'm a bit exhausted though, like at the end of the day, because I've just been working, going after the goals. This came out yesterday as well. So yeah, but some jobs have to get done right at this time. But this is saying not to neglect what's going on here, because this is a spiritual journey, right? Spiritual and healing journey in the physical as well as the spiritual. Yeah. Spirit said, yeah. They said something this morning. What was that? Yeah, connecting with ancestors. Shield. High Priestess. Spiritual journey, right? That's what I was talking about. The tools are here, the Hermit. Wow, those two together. The Hermit and the High Priestess. Collective. This is going within. This is working. This is shamanic. The High Priestess here is the healer, right? We're talking about this healing journey. Going within. Meditating and connecting with spirit. Being that guiding light is what the spirit just said. Collective. Being the guiding light. This is what the collective are. What you up to?
It's just for your washing machine.
Oh, okay.
Who are you doing a reading on?
I'll just pause.
Wait, do this and have some water.
Okay. Did you? Oh. Okay, High Priestess in the morning. Being the guiding light. This is the example. Being the example. The guiding light, right? In in the tribal context, that's the shamanic, the role of the shamans is that spiritual, this is who the collective are, right? Is that the person, the guide, that is being guided by the guides, if you know what I mean, like, which then bring that to the rest of the community, you know what I mean? This is ancestral. This is passed down through ancestral. This morning, grandmother spirit connected with me. Yeah. On my father's side. Great grandmother. She's just acknowledged my acknowledgement. And it's emotional. Wow. Thank you. Great. Very emotional. Acknowledgement. We were told that yesterday, right, to acknowledge the ancestors, acknowledge our ancestors and our spirit guides, because they're there for us, right? Shine bright, stand out, be proud, individuate, because abundance is here. This is the Ace of Pentacles is right here. The beauty is in the imperfection. It's like the imperfection of this place is the draw card. It is where there's a pinnacle is coming from. This abundance. Just hold back. Somebody's holding back. So this might be a little bit of apprehension for someone. What's this one? Empress. That's in reverse. This could be a Virgo energy with the Four of Pentacles. Magician, there's dark magic here. Oh my god. Somebody's wishing ill will on somebody's new beginning. This is somebody trying to create an ending for somebody's new beginning. See that? The Fool, the new beginning, and somebody trying to end something here with the Magician in reverse. This is black magic. And we've got the Empress here in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles could be indicating a Virgo trying to dim somebody's light, dim the guiding light, the Ace of Pentacles, and to affect somebody's abundance. That's somebody wishing, because they're heartbroken and there's conflict. See, what's this one? Juggling. They're in conflict and they're juggling and they're heartbroken. But that does not give them the right to be affecting somebody else's abundance, right? This person is going through turmoil. Look at this energy. That's like chaotic. They're trying to cause this chaos. This is within themselves. horrible. This is like total chaos. This is giving me like war energy. Look at it. It's just because the collective is shining and abundant. This person's like this. All these people. So they're trying to end somebody's beginning. Somebody's healing. Fuck. This is an Empress in reverse. Doing black magic. A Knight of Swords in reverse. To stop somebody. This is trying to stop somebody from achieving. Okay, so we've got whole self-help. Somebody achieving healing. Wow. Knight of Pentacles. Mishka. This is hello. Mishka. There she is. Oh, where is it? Oh. You're gonna sit down here now. I'm hoping they're gonna take her to live in suburbia. I mean, she's not gonna suit that. She's been here for 6 years, like just being like a wild animal, right? Just free to do what she wants. And they're gonna go and take her and put her in suburbia. I don't think it's gonna work out. They might end up bringing her back. Knight of Pentacles, I hope so. She's good company for me. Knight of Pentacles. So there's an offering here. But this is an offering that you've got the Sun in reverse with this contract. The Three of Pentacles, but the Sun here is in reverse. So something's being exposed. This could be like a the collective can see this, right? You can see this Knight of Pentacles, which is usually a slow moving, steady, solid sort of offer. Slow offer. Slow and steady wins the race is what I heard. Gently, gently. Because this is coming out with healing the whole self, right? A little bit. Little bit. This is like somebody... This is like healing slowly, but thoroughly and firmly. But we've got something about a contract here, or this group being exposed. Well, this lot, right? Yeah. Okay, so what is this? Nine of Pentacles, please. Oh, yeah, truth. We've got the truth coming out. The Knight of Swords, that they want to stop someone from healing. Whoever this is. It's good. Somebody wants to stop somebody. Queen of Wands in reverse. And who's peeking? What's peeking out here? Ah. High Priestess. This is the Queen of Wands trying to stop the High Priestess from healing people. Because that's what the High Priestess does, right? Or the shaman of the tribe receives the downloads from God through spirit guides, right? And ancestors. So it's the accumulation of the ancestors' knowledge, in which a family member or a tribe member receives in order to guide the whole group, you know what I mean? To healing, or living, or just living in the right ways, in a healthy environment and a healthy lifestyle and all that shit, right? And this has been offered to the collective with this Knight of Pentacles here, but somebody wants to stop that. Somebody wants to stop somebody's download, somebody's connection to spirit, right? Because they don't want them healing. This is going back a long time, right? Because we know that magic is used against peoples in order to exploit them and their resources. And so this is going back generationally, right? Like this is like war stuff, right? But you see, the collective are that guide to bring people back to center, to connect, reconnect with nature, and work harmoniously in a healthy way for the environment and the people, right? That's what it's about. But this group, and this Empress in reverse here in particular, is doing black magic to stop that new beginning. We've got a Queen of Wands here in reverse, Jezebel spirit, and a King of Pentacles in reverse. Strength, the collective. Could be a Leo here. Oh, this is giving me the animal kingdom, the Mishka spirit here. Even though it's a lion, it's a bear. Little bear. Eternal. This is the connection, the strength, connecting with animals and nature spirits. Remember who you are, right? It's freedom. Nature is freedom, and I was talking about the dog's freedom, not being caged up in the suburbs, right? And being free to be who they are. Like, you know, how everyone wants to restrain animals and control them. It's the same for people, right? But they're meant to be free, and you know, like nature sort of looks after itself, you know, when you live harmoniously with that. This comes with remembering who we are, with culture, resilience and belief, being able to survive harmoniously with nature, not trapped, you know. But this counteraction we've got going on here wants to keep people stuck as they do control animals, environment. I mean, they're even they're controlling the weather even with geoengineering, you know what I mean? They want to control everything. But this is the resistance, right? Remembering who we are. We resist this. Ooh, we resist this Five of Swords. They're trying real hard, like they're still at it. They're still at it with this black magic. This is war. But they spirit behind us and the animal spirits. Clarify this one, so that's good. Yeah, this is giving me like the anti-structure, or Germanic type, and this is Germanic. The Germanic people, they still lived as indigenous people did here, like the Germanians in Europe were at one with nature, and they had nomadic sort of structures. They never, that's anti-structure or anti-Roman. The Romans were the ones that wanted to control everything and build the big structures and the rules and all that. And the Germanians were fighting for that freedom to live harmoniously with nature. Same as actually when the settlers came here, like to Australia and Canada and America, and there was the continuation of that Roman structure. The control of everything. But that's not who we are, right? This is why this is in reverse here on the deck. So, a lot of tribal people then crossed over and became more Roman, and they're still doing that. Because they're losing, and that's the whole point of the structural societies wanting to control everything, right? Anything that is just given to us by God naturally, right? They want to control all of that and make us pay, but we have it naturally, right? I lost my train of thought there. What is it? But anyway, so we've got no work. We don't have to work in this, like God provides everything. We don't have to work so hard, you know what I mean? We don't have to be slaves. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. How a lot of the people were. So this is why. Oh, look, it goes too deep. I can't go into all that now, but how a lot of cultural belief systems and whatnot were integrated into like Christianity and how that was manipulated to cause people to accept the Roman ideal of the controlled structural environment. So that is where the difference is, like, because God created everything on earth for us, right? To be, and the Garden of Eden, where we can just, go and, pick the food from nature or dig it up, or it's all there for us, right? But when the so-called devil, we call it that, wanted to control everything, you see, and make us pay for everything, and took the resources and put them into, putting all the resources into boxes so that they can distribute it as at will and control the masses to actually be dependent on that structure. See what I mean? But in the natural environment, there's no need for all that work. You know what I mean? The more work they created, the more work you have to do to just get, this has become that slave society, right? And here's the messages from the Queen of Swords. who's getting the messages from Spirit about this? Because it's all there in nature. It's all there for us to live freely. And to be told that we cannot live freely. And I've really, really experienced that since I've been in my travels and coming here, like the control of the station owners and whatnot around here, and that's backing onto this property that I'm on. You know, like, because there's climbers, there's these mountains here that, you know, it used to be a world-renowned climbing destination for, you know, mountain climbers. And, you know, the mountain climbers had this ideal of being free to climb whatever mountain they damn well please, right? But because of the station owners taking up all the land and taking control of that land, there was some people passed away, and just a minute. Okay, sorry, I'll probably get interrupted again in a moment, but somebody just needs to use the bathroom. Anyway, going back to where I was at. Yeah, everything here, the Queen of Swords is telling us, like, with these messages, there's no need for so much hard work when it's already been provided by the Most High, right? But at the same time, what I'm getting here is that this sabotage and anti-freedom going on here. This is somebody wanting to sabotage what the collective's got going on for work. Alright? Because they're getting the message of this abundance, of this Ace of Pentacles over here. And somebody's trying to stop that. Yep. See, the collective is very, very strong here. See it? This is like the collective energy sitting on top of this, being supported by this strength. This is the ancestral spirit here, supporting the crow, which is the collective, eternally. This is an eternal partnership, right? Supported by nature, spirit guides, ancestry. Wow, this is pretty deep. Yeah, again here, like this little bird here, this is the nature spirit, supporting and there, shining a light, the stars, over the collective. Because they're unwavering. Wow, that was really interesting. The lady there, I just needed to use the bathroom. She's doing like aviation surveillance, bird flu surveillance, which is interesting. I didn't even know because I don't pay attention to what's going on in the news. But she said that, yeah, there's a whole lot of bird flu going around the world at the moment, and here in Australia, the only places that didn't have it. So, but if there's migratory birds, and she's going down to Connemara, and they're going to, assess the birds. So she's just saying, like, if we see any dead birds around the place, to report them. Wow. So that's interesting too. Well, we've got conflict for this Destructuralizing is what I'm hearing. Is that a word? Destructuralizing. Returning to nature. So tune in and connect, communicate, intuition and messages. The pentacles are in reverse. That's a six, and you look 6 of wands. Oh, that's in the upright. I thought that was in the reverse for a moment, but it's not. But we have got victory here with no money, with the balance of power, is what I heard. The balance of power. So this could be, there's a victory here. With the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. This could be stopping somebody's finances, or, you know, like on a larger scale, this can be like, this could be blocking somebody's resources. Blocking resources, isn't there sanctions and things going on? The past, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, sorry. So we've got the 6 of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Pentacles. This has got 666 here. 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Wands in the upright, and the 6 of Cups in reverse. This is very significant. It's a clear message for this place. Yes, it's like reducing the need. Reducing the need. Reducing. This is something to do with the banking system. In the past. Victory over the past. A victory over past. Like poverty or past lack, like lack. There's a victory over lack mindset of the past, that slave mindset, structure, slave society structure, which comes down to, so there's a victory over this. This is like overcoming the lack mindset that we don't have, right? When it's all been given to us by God. That's the poverty mindset. So this is a victory over the past poverty mindset. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. And here is the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. And peeking out was the Ace of Wands in reverse. So why is that reversed like that? There's somebody in the background trying to stop it. This is somebody in the background trying to stop this Wheel of Fortune. People are waking up to this poverty mindset that is keeping them into a slave society, keeping them within the slave society, which is that Roman structure. People are going within, and here we are with the collective again in Hermit, being that guiding light, shining a light on what is in the dark. This is like an investigator as well, but this is somebody, this is the collective shining a light on what was in the dark, which is that poverty mindset. The Wheel of Fortune, where is that? Yeah, look, the Ten of Swords in the Wheel of Fortune. And so there's somebody trying to still sabotage this Wheel of Fortune, or the collective's Wheel of Fortune. It's everybody's, right? And this, that's what I was getting at with talking about like the mountain climbers and that here, and how the station owners want to, they own the mountain, but see, there was a fall there, and somebody was like, he fell from a great height and broke his bones. I'm not sure whether they had to pay like public liability or they were liable for it. But see, the mountain climbers have the mentality of freedom, and they have the choice to do what they wish with their life, as we all should, right? Make the choices. It's the same as car races and whatever, all these other extreme sports. And if that's what they want to do, if they want to take that risk with their life, then they should be able to do that, right? But if it becomes a liability problem, like somebody has to pay for somebody else hurting themselves, that's a problem, right? But yeah, so now we have this problem here too of hunting on the property as well, and accessing the water system. So this is what this Ten of Swords is. Unfortunately, because there's a bit of winning, right? Like Roman systems they started the Venetians, damming the rivers and taking control of the water systems and hunting on people's lands and what like that, and restricting people, taking that freedom away to be able to support oneself. That's what this Ten of Swords and this Wheel of Fortune is. Taking away that freedom to be able to actually access resources for their own people on their own land. You know what I mean? This is what's coming undone. It's coming undone. But they're trying very, very hard to stop the collection. This can be the collection of resources, or the collection of resources. That can be collecting food, you know what I mean? Like collecting of properties. Who owns the property? Anyone. In the end, we all should have access. To be able to cattle trucks, and see, this is the other thing, of being able to, the major resources are being shipped around to places, and at the detriment of the people that live on the land, right? Like, there's just recently here in Darwin, looking at selling the gas plants, so the natural gas in the ground, to an overseas investor, which means it takes the resources away from the people that are here, right? And then the people from here have to pay exorbitant prices for their own resources. You know? See how the balance is not balancing? Okay. So how are we going to end this skirt? How are we going to end this reading? What's going to happen here? Why is this coming out here like this now, Spirit? Why is this coming out from the collective now, this message? Why are we hearing about this now? This has been going on a long time. Why is this relevant to us right now? Why does the collective need to know this message right now? Holy ancestors. See, this is how we get guided to even know what we can and can't eat. Unstuck, unbound. There's a shock here with the Ace of Pentacles, and this is we had the first card that came out before was the Ace of Pentacles. This is a shock that somebody is unbound, but they're abundant and unbound. Abundant and unbound. How fantastic is that? I love it. Abundant and unbound. So good. So good. That's what we ask for. Complete wish fulfillment. Right here on this land, this abundant. I felt like when I got here, it was like the land of milk and honey, right? Everything's here. No illusion about it. It is. This is saying no option. Or somebody had no option. Oh, we've got this Five of Pentacles, Swords. Somebody's still trying to Five of Swords. Somebody's abundant and new beginning and passionate new beginning. Somebody's still trying to Five of Swords this. They're trying to sabotage this. Well, they might feel that they have no option but to sabotage this. What's going on? What? Well, somebody's got no option but to. What was that? That's like, if you can't beat them, join them. They got no option but to make an offer. How interesting. How interesting how that's come out. Ooh, yeah, someone's trying to attack the crown here. Yeah. Did I say somebody's trying to attack the crown? I said attract the crown. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They're trying to attack the intuition. They're trying to attack the downloads. The Wheel of Fortune. The abundance. Well, this is the wheel. The wheel has turned. The wheel has turned. Like, hang on, let's go back here, like, to the tower. Tower in reverse. This is an extreme tower here. So somebody is extremely shocked about somebody's love, abundance, complete wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups, about somebody's Nine of Cups. See how this person's bursting out of this gold chest with all this abundance in it, and this ability to spread that abundance. It's giving me like a seed pod bursting open and then planting all these seeds everywhere for a new harvest. That's interesting. You know how the seed pods pop open and then they get spread everywhere and start growing again? It's like that. This is like how God creates, right? God creates like things to be a perpetual cycle, you know what I mean? So it just keeps coming. You don't have to work. Ace of Pentacles. But see, humanity has tried to control everything as to where they have to keep controlling things to reap enough. You know what I mean? It's too many. Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's got their guard down. Somebody's waiting for somebody to have their guard down and be foolish with their Ace of Pentacles. And somebody's dropping their guard. Yeah, this is what this is. This is like you know, like dropping the control here. This is dropping the guard, dropping the control. Like she's going to fall backwards and let God catch her. Yeah. You know, the crystal that she's holding in her hand here, this is a type of frequency that she's holding in her hands. Frequency held in the hand. The frequency to attract. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So the crystal that she's holding in her hand is symbolic of, but it also holds, like crystals do hold frequency, right? So it helps for the mind to stay in a higher frequency and trust in God that things will be okay. It's like knowing that we have enough, not falling into the lack mindset. This is trusting in God, falling back and trusting God will provide, right? And holding the crystals is that you know, like holding that frequency, holding that mindset of high vibration to attract, so that it opens your mind. So like, okay, well, we ask God, you know, this is letting go and letting God and saying, God, you know, like, I need God's support. God tells us where it goes to show us what it is, and so then we might see some birds or something flying by to show us where the water is. That's how it works, and that's holding that frequency that God will always provide. That's what it's about. But you gotta, it's in the mind, right? But society has programmed society to believe that everything that you have to slave to get what you want, you know what I mean? This is having complete trust and faith here that there is abundance in the Ace of Pentacles. God does provide for everything. That's how I landed here. And everything is here. Like, it's amazing because, you know, this place has like been closed down for a long time, but everything's here. Like, I'll just walk around and go, okay, I need this or that. I'll just wander around the place and I find whatever it is I need. Like, everything, right? I'm trying to think of an example, but there's been heaps. You know, like even the stuff that's just been left here and left behind. I mean, even, you know, the dog and everything's here. Because I asked for it. We've even got swimming pools, 2 swimming pools. And a person that looks after them. That's pretty cool. This is the lack mindset and the burden that is of the past. No more of that. So this is this unbound, you know, Eight of Swords, 10 of Swords, yeah. So somebody's trying to sabotage this stuff. Someone's trying to sabotage the unbinding. The unbinding of society. Starts with 1. 10 of Cups. And that's the collective. That's you, the collective. Unbinding oneself to societal traps. Being able to walk away, you know what I mean? Walk away and trust, have faith, strong faith. Have the King of Cups. He is here with this complete wish fulfillment. It's a message. It's got a message. Look, this could be family or someone of the past that's got a message that somebody has moved to calmer waters. And there's no illusions about this. 7 of Cups in reverse. Pentacles in reverse. This is giving me like it's kind of like giving me walking away with nothing and having faith. This is this fall energy, you know, falling back and letting go and letting God take the reins. You know what I mean? Just let go. Doesn't matter if there's no money to begin with because it will be provided. So this is what this is giving me. Like this is. I'm going to start here. Just flew off the top of the deck. So this is like the six of Pentacles in reverse because that came out before. Remember, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and then it was the victory, the 6 of Wands, and then it was like the 6 of Cups of the past in reverse. But here, look, this is the nothing, and then there's this slow progress. You know, 1 pentacle at a time, picked up that God provides. So this is not looking. This is like, you know, like not having that. This is like total trust in God, where you don't know what the outcome's going to be, because you know how like say in business, for instance, people say, oh, you've got to have that you know, business plan of when this is going to come in and when that's going to come in and blah 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 in the process. But here, this is the complete opposite. This is like having nothing, right? Putting your faith out there in God with no plan, knowing that God's got the plan, right? And just heading in that direction that one is being guided to, right? Heading away without anything, not having to sit around and wait for anything to come. And then on the way you find a penny, pick it up, and all day you have good luck. And then another penny comes, and then another penny comes. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that. you find the penny, pick it up, and all day you have good luck. And this person, it's like he's walking along and he's picking up pennies on the way. He doesn't know he's going to find another one or what he's going to find on the way. He doesn't know when he's going to get there. He doesn't know how he's going to get there. But he gets there, right? It's slow progress, but it's sure, and it is solid because it's God's guidance. Okay? Oh, and that star just flipped over again. We will take that. Spirit says, yep, that's the star. Right there. Right, becomes the star. But here we've got the transformation. The death card just flipped over. That's Scorpio energy. The death transformation from the Wheel of Fortune, because that just flipped over again. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, having nothing, transforming the death and rebirth, right? So the nothing, transforming. Okay, what have we got then? Death and rebirth. What do we got, Spirit? Yeah? Clarify death with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, please, Spirit. So we've got a King of Wands in reverse and a Queen of Cups in the upright. And what else is here? Juggling. Somebody's no longer juggling a Queen of Cups. Or a King of Wands. A Queen of Cups. King of Wands in reverse. No longer juggling the pinnacle. You know, this could be a cup. This could be somebody's boss in reverse. Somebody, this King of Wands could be somebody's boss or ex-boss or somebody, like, they're arrogant, you know, about these pinnacles. But see, somebody's let go of this. This is a boss, like trying to control the balance of power. Pentacles, but this is not balanced, right? This is out of whack. This is arrogance and imbalance. I can just only explain it as an imbalanced slave society is what I'm getting back. But somebody here's gone within and meditated and prayed and looked within oneself and is just attracting. This is like with love, attracting with love. This is leaving this is the death, leaving this behind, this control, right? Breathe easy. It begins with an imbalance. You know, this person here, this King of Wands in reverse, trying to get control of the power, but he can't. He can't control the power over this rebirth of this Queen of Cups. This love energy. The love energy is what nurtures and nourishes and attracts. That's where the strength is. Right? The strength is in the love energy. Love of all things. Nature. This is the spirit, the animals again, the animal instinct, or because I don't want to go into that fight or flight. That's not it. It's you know, that natural intuition. The intuition is the strength. Receiving from God, right? Receiving from nature that God's provided. The Lamb is here. The victory is not 4th. Why is this victory not here? 6 of Wands in reverse. Clarify the 6 of Wands in reverse, please, Spirit. See, this is constant contradiction to the Emperor in reverse. This is the station owner I just heard. Is burdened. They're in reverse. This is the one trying, yeah, so they're not getting the victory because this is an arrogant energy. It's not a loving energy. The strength is in the love energy. This is the arrogance, and this person's burdened, and they're not getting a victory because their arrogance to control. Anything else, Spirit? Abundance. Is this for the collective? 10 of Pentacles. Oh look, they're trying to sabotage this. But the sabotage is tempered. Well, this could be a temperance angel trying to sabotage somebody's abundance. Yeah, and this is this arrogant energy in the background all the time that is trying to sabotage. But we've got Archangel Michael here too to protect. My right ear's just picked up ringing real loud. Somebody's doing something with the moon. It's a big fan. Somebody wants to make an offer. Okay, so what is the outcome? What is the outcome? Yeah. For their abundance. This is... So somebody's not using their intuition. We've got the High Priestess in reverse. Somebody's trying to do what's dark. They've missed an opportunity. Somebody has missed an opportunity. They're sad about it. We've got this Hierophant here. Yeah, so this is this Emperor in reverse here. They didn't use their intuition. They thought that they were a spiritual leader. But you know what? They're not. And they're looking like it. With the Four of Cups there. And they might be losing at home. They might be losing their stability. This is giving me that turning tables of things. Alright. Now, turning tables. Turning tables. It's turning back. This is the death and rebirth with this knowledge. Knight of Swords is coming fast. There's a new perspective. So whoever this Hierophant is or was, if they're a spiritual leader, has actually got a message there. They've got a new perspective. They're not going to win. They can't control these people. They can't control the Germanium of their magic. Because they have magic. This is the collective. Sovereign, independent, and magical. See how the magician is in the upright, right? Because the magic is in the upright, because of love. And this is where the sovereignty comes in. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there because that's the and I just said there, two fingers, and saying the revival. It's coming slowly but surely, and solid and firmly at the 10 of Cups. Okay? So I'm leaving it there. Please have a lovely and blessed day. We'll see you in the next video. Please like, share and subscribe. You can actually make a donation or super thanks. That'd be really, really helpful for me. Helps me to be sovereign. And keep bringing these messages to you. So try and do one each day before I start physical work. And even though I was talking about not working, but this is actually my sovereign work. So it's different. Anyway, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye bye.